You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
How good is this? One of the funniest men in the world, Jimmy Carr, is coming to Australia in Feb next year, 2023, with his Terribly Funny tour, and he joins us now. Jimmy, you there?
I can't believe your luck. Here we are.
Oh, wow. I mean, we've all had a win this morning, haven't we?
Let's shill some tickets on the radio, shall we, boys?
Can we get...
That's what we're up to. That's the subtext, but let's just try and have fun, shall we? Let's just try and have fun.
Jimmy, you are the busiest man on earth. Is it true? Are you just in the car on the way home?
Busiest man on earth?
Yeah.
Busiest man on earth. I'm robbing a living. I work 2 hours a night. 2 hours a night, my friend. Tell me anyone else that does that. Even you have the good grace to do 4 hours.
Very generous. It's 3 hours. I mean, we're not going to push ourselves too much.
Yeah, but the prep that must go into your show.
My God. You've done radio before, Jimmy.
I mean, this isn't... I mean, you can't just pull this out your ass, can you? This is award-winning stuff. You don't just get handed the job at Nova. Oh, no. This is the third best station in the area.
Don't put facts in the story, mate.
It's huge. Here's the problem with my job. Work is more fun than fun, right? If I go out to dinner with friends, I presume no friends of mine will listen to this nonsense, but if I go out with friends, it's less fun than my night at work. So
how do you have fun outside of work?
I don't want to discuss my relationship with your wife.
Is that what it is? I'm fine with that, Jimmy. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, no, I mean, like outside of writing jokes, I don't know. It's a pretty joyful existence going around and telling jokes.
You know what? You are stealing some of our greatest actors, though, because we know that you've become very good friends with one of our good friends, Russell Crowe, as well, which you've stolen from us, Jimmy.
From Russell today. He's over in Dublin filming, and he's down for the weekend in the south of France. He's living a life. He's living a life, that boy.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
God, love him. But, I mean, he's wonderful. When you go to Australia as well, it feels like he did everything but greet me at the airport. I mean, it was phenomenal.
Is
phenomenal.
That true?
The problem with Russell, though, is you meet him, friends, and you make the mistake. Everyone I know that knows Russell makes the mistake of going, we went out for a couple of drinks. Well, I'll match him drink for drink, and because that's what you do with a friend. And you find out the hard way. Don't do that.
Yeah, anytime Russell says, hey, we should have drinks back at my place after this, you go, oh, my God, really?
He did the worst thing, right? So he invited me down. It was the pre-season of the Rabbitohs.
Yep.
And he invited me down. He had to give some team talk to the guy. And he invited me. This is the last time I was down in Sydney. And so we went out to the stadium. It was beautiful. And we met the players. And he gives a little speech. And I'm just sort of standing there kind of watching. We're going to go for a drink afterwards and something to eat. And he goes, lads, well, special treat for you. I've got my friend Jimmy. Jimmy's going to say a few words. No prep, no introduction.
Awesome.
Nothing.
What happened?
I had to talk to these. I said I had to, off the top of my head, give them an inspirational speech about sport. So I talked. He was pretty cross with me. I talked to them about sportsmen that had gone beyond their sport, that have become legends.
Yeah.
People like Lance Armstrong and Mike Tyson and Oscar Pistorius. People that have gone beyond their sport. They're more famous for legends.
Go Rabbitohs.
You are one of the best roasters in the world, though, and they do say that you only roast the ones that you love, but if anyone heckles you at your show, you are the best at your retorts and going back straight at them, Jimmy Carr. Do you have to work on that, or is it a part of your show?
You know what? It's an absolute pleasure is what it is. Yeah, I get heckled quite a lot, and I kind of invite it a little bit. I like people to join in. I also like that thing of going, I don't have a monopoly on a sense of humour, right? Everyone that's bought a ticket to the show is kind of, it's like they're telling you, I've got the same sense of humour as you. Let's hang out. So you don't want to kind of... Sometimes the best line of the night comes from an audience member.
We've got a little bit here, Jimmy. This is one of our favourite comebacks of all time. Have a listen.
When does the comedy start? It's a classic. What's your name, sir? Loving your work, Rack. It's one of those things. If you don't think the comedy started, you're right. Because it's a very individual thing, isn't it? And if the show's not for you, it's not for you. But I suppose, Rack, you have learned a valuable lesson. You've learned life's not fair. Another example of how unfair, Rack, our society is. Let's say if a man sleeps with loads and loads of women, what is he? He's a stud, he's a player, he's admired in our society. But if a woman sleeps with loads and loads of men, she's called Rack's mum.
Got him at beauty, Jimmy. Got him.
I mean, it's always the best ones are where they think, oh, he's wandered off the subject. What's he talking about now? And then, bang, out of nowhere. I wonder if someone there hits you. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's ultimately, it's just your mum joke. I can't believe this is my full-time job. I'm a grown man.
You're a man that I look at and I go, he's smart, he's funny, there's no deficiencies, until you went on the TV show Top Gear and you were deemed the worst driver they've ever had on there. You were known as Jimmy Carnage.
I'll stop you there, my friend. What you need to do is a little bit more research. Who had the fastest lap time for 3 years?
Really?
The track faster than Schumacher. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. But then I went back on for a gag and crashed. I mean, that's. Listen, don't be stepping to me about my driving.
Jimmy, how long are you going to be here for? Can you tell us that much?
I'm playing Australia for so long. I arrived I fly into New Zealand, which is one of the suburbs of Australia.
Yeah.
And then I'm basically there until I think Easter. I'm there for 4 months. I'm playing the State Theatre. I'm playing basically name a tin pot town within 2 hours of Sydney.
And he's on.
I'm playing it, my friend.
I love that.
I'm doing all the Newcastles and the Wollongongs or anywhere with a venue I'm playing.
Yeah, this is in Feb next year, 2023. The show is terribly funny. We are so excited about this. We will be there front and centre, Jimmy Carr. You can go get tickets at bowenpresents.com.au right now, but get in quick because they will sell out. You are a very talented man, Jimmy, and we appreciate your time. Thanks for coming on the show.
Well, thank you, and I presume I'm invited on a regular basis when I'm in Australia. I'm going to be in Sydney. I'm going to be bored. I'm going to come and darken your door when I'm there.
This is a great idea. Every Monday, let's lock him in.
Love you, Jimmy Carr. Thanks for coming on, legend.
Thanks, buddy.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.